Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2, Episode 4, called Other People's Homes. Last episode, we were setting up a date between Stark and Fern.
We saw just how much Frieren knows about Fern, even if it comes from someone else, which I think is fair. You still put the effort in to get to know and to remember. That counts in my books. What about yours?
Yeah, I mean, she's clearly taken notes. She cared enough to remember it all. Both Stark and Fern were seeming a little strange.
Frieren gave better advice to Stark than she did to Fern.
Well, she was trying to help him set it all up.
True. I mean, I'm curious to see how this goes. I think we both made speculations last episode, so let's see if any of that is true.
Adam's been dreaming about this.
But I'm curious about the title, Other People's Homes. I'm wondering where they end up. I'm wondering if this is outside of the date.
Well, they cover a lot of ground in every episode, so I'm assuming it will tie to something
Later.
Because a lot of stuff happens every episode.
True.
Let's dive in. These are always a treat. Frieren Beyond Journey's End Season 2, Episode 4 is coming right now.
どれでも同じだよ。それより出かける前に髪結んで。やめてよ。謝るから怒りに任せて三つ編みにしないで。
So cute. You guys, stop it. Oh. Is he wearing the same thing as always?
そんなに構ってほしいなら明日デートしようぜ。それじゃあ行くか。
Tell her she looks nice.
Oh boy.
It's a
step in the right direction.
デートだって。
そうだな。あれ、フェレンってこんなに可愛かったっけ？とにかく行こうぜ。
シュトレク様、なんだか動きが硬いですよ。
そんなことねえよ。なんだよ。
それでどこに行くんですか？
市場があるみたいだから行ってみようぜ。
そういえばフリーレン様も通ってましたね。
ああ、大きな町の市場だと珍しい魔道具があることもある。
Are they just gonna talk about Frieren the whole time?
ああ、すごいね。
I hope not.
だから宿屋に変な魔道具が山積みになっていたんですね。もう
惨状が目に浮かぶぜ。
この前は魔道具に埋もれて眠っていました。
そこまで行くとちょっと怖いね。
そうですね。
フリーレンのやつ、今日も温泉。
No, don't talk about her the whole time.
さすがにそろそろ飽き始めているのではないでしょうか。
だよな。ここのところ毎日だったもんな。
それに今日は髪の毛をアップにもしませんでしたし。はあ、しみる。
お嬢ちゃん、今日は可愛い髪型だね。
bracelet he
やっ
gave
ぱ
her.
りフリーレン様の話になってしまいますね。
まあ他に話題もないしな。とりあえず何か食べる？
いえ、まだいいです。
そっか。
これカップル割引だそうです。
デートってお得なんだな。
身も蓋もありませんね。
What does that remind you of?
しかし結構
Violet
普通の
Evergarden, baby.
魔道具みたいなのばかりだったら驚きですよ。
それもそうだな。せっかくの街なんだし他の場所も見て回ろうぜ。
お姉さんこれください。
あいよ毎度あり仲いいわね。
そろそろお腹空いたろ。あっちに美味しそうな屋台があったぜ。
参ろう。
うひょうまそう。
あっちにテーブルがあります。
あ、おっと、大丈夫か？
すみません。
確かにその靴歩きにくそうだな。
He's clueless.
「ヒンメル様の像ってどの町にもありますね。
この街でのポーズもかっこよかったな。
そうですね。
フリーレンの話だと象のポーズは100通り以上あるらしいぜ。
ちょっと作りすぎですよね。
な。
結局また
I'm cringing a little bit. I'm sad for Fern.
It seems like she put a little more work in than Stark did.
She tried.
She did.
And he just like is not picking up on anything.
Well, but that's not entirely true.
Well, he noticed, but he's just like,
But he didn't say anything.
he observed it.
But how often do you think that this happens? And you and I have talked about this before. Very often people will think nice things about someone, but they very rarely say them to their face.
You think that this is him saying them to her face?
No, but he was like, "Oh, she looks cute" in his brain, and didn't tell her. Oh, those shoes are hard to walk in. Like noticing things, but not
Yeah,
putting
can
it
you
together.
imagine being Fern and you put the effort in to get dressed up and all he has to say is, oh, those shoes must be hard to walk in, giving the impression that they're like impractical. And then she's probably so embarrassed that she even tried.
But again, they're young. It's awkward. He doesn't know what to do. He's following the date structure, but he's missing the.
To a T, there's no feeling behind anything. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we go here and then we go here and then we go here and then that's it.
Dating when you're young, tough stuff.
フリーレン様の話になってしまいました。しかし物静かでいいところですね。景色も綺麗ですし。
そうだな。フェルン、もしかしてあまり楽しくなかった？
そんなことないですよ。
今日はまだ一度も笑っていない。
そうですね。確かに好みな場所ばかりでしたけれども、なんだかシュタルク様らしくなかったです。せっかくのデートだったのに。
ごめんフェルン。 実はフリーレンに選んでもらったんだ。
どうしてそんなことを？
どうしてもフェルンに喜んでほしかったんだ。
The best thing he said all
せ
day.
っかくのデートだから。
そうですか。確かに今日は少し残念に思いました。でもとても嬉しいです。私のために必死に考えてくれたんですね。
フェルン、
すごく穏やかな時間ですね。あの雲ちょっと似てませんか？
The
さ
dumpling.
っき食べた肉まんです。
俺も思ってた。
なんだか不思議です。繊細孤児だった頃はこんなのんびりできるようになるとは思っていませんでした。
そうだな。
ハイター様のおかげですね。
俺だって師匠のおかげだ。
好き嫌いをしていては強い
My son's Jack.
For real.
He kind of looks like our neighbor.
Long blonde hair and all.
なあ師匠、
なんだ。
なんで俺なんか拾ってくれたんだ？
勇者ヒンメルならそうしたからだ。
Him. We don't deserve him.
なんだか機嫌がいいみたいだね。いいことあったの？
別に。
I love the recurring theme of it's what Himmel would do. It just brings me back to thinking about the impact that one person can have as it ripples through your interactions with other people. And Fern, Stark, how many other people just because he was kind, because he took time to help people.
I remember at the beginning of Frieren, I was kind of annoyed that everything always came back to Himmel and how he was the hero, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but there was a group of 4 of them, like they all did it. Why is Himmel the one getting, you know, singled out as being the hero? He really was. Defeating the Demon King and doing all that stuff, just like he is the hero from a human perspective.
Yeah, and that's exactly it. Just the way he acted, not what he did.
Yeah.
参ったね。依頼主から聞いた心当たりはもう全部探したのに。
ヒンメル、どうして笑っているの？
僕は今機嫌がいいんだ。今日はいい一日だったからね。
朝から2人して迷子の猫を探して歩き回っただけじゃん。
そうだね。でも僕は君と2人で出かけられて楽しかった。
猫が見つかってないのに？
期待した通りにいかなくてもその過程が楽しければいい。そんなことでも人は機嫌が良くなるものなんだ。よし、ハイターたちに先を越される前にもう一踏ん張りしよう。
Oh, he's so cute.
いたよヒンメル。
間違いない、捕まえるぞ。
I don't know why that made me cry, but it did.
また三つ編みになってる。
これはね、機嫌がいい時の三つ編みだよ。
違いがわかんない。
どう？決まってるでしょ。
本当に違いがわかんない。最近また寒くなってきたな。
火山地帯を抜けたからね。そろそろ見えてくるかな。
あれが北部高原の関所ですか？
随分と物々しいな。
それだけ外が危険だということだよ。 しばらくはまともな補給ができないと思うから、必要な物資を揃えようか。
そのカバン見た目より
It's like Hermione's bottomless bag.
便利でしょ。
一級魔法使いフェルン様ですね。お気をつけて。
Here we go!
フェルンってすごいんだな。
一級魔法使いは魔法使いの最高峰だからね。
I love that Frieren just said that about Fern.
We're out in the
ここ
wild.
が北部高原か。なんだか危険って言われていた割には
Don't let your
普通の
guard down.
場所だな。
本気で言ってるんですか、シュタルク様。
何が？
囲まれたね。気を引き締めて。こんなのは序の口だよ。
It's probably overkill.
Oh.
Somebody else's home means the demon home.
Oh my gosh, that's the biggest, grossest bat I've ever seen. I have a story about a bat.
集落だね。
死ぬかと思ったぜ。
3日3晩気が抜けませんでしたからね。休めるといいのですが。
構いませんよ。使っていない小屋。
Do you think that's what it is? Other people's homes?
They're in a cave, somebody else's home. They're in the northern plateau. It's other people's homes. That's my guess. All of the creatures, you're now in their territory.
There were some that looked like dinosaurs. But the bat.
My question, when Stark cuts through something with his axe and they kind of turn to ash, are those all demons or does that happen to normal, like animals too? Because I'm assuming not everything in the northern plateau is a demon.
Like a magical animal.
Yeah.
I have
What's
a
your
story
bat?
about a bat.
What's your
Do you
bat
know what
story?
it is?
Was this the hotel with your dad?
Yeah. So
You need to set the scene right.
I was probably 6 years old and my dad was coaching a volleyball team and it was the middle of winter and we went up to northern Ontario, so we had to stay overnight in a hotel because, you know, driving conditions. So my dad and I are staying in a room and it's the middle of the night. My dad, I guess, went to the bathroom. In doing so, turned the light on in the bathroom. I get woken up by hearing something knocking into the wall. And I open my eyes, and there is a ginormous bat flying through the hotel room. You guys, I am not kidding you. This thing, and you're gonna think I'm exaggerating, I swear I'm not. Its wingspan, this thing was just soaring across the room. Massive. And I just yelled, "Dad, there's a bat in here!" And he was like, "Yeah, I know." Because I guess as soon as when he turned on the light, the bat like freaked out because the light like blinded it. It crumpled up in a ball, like fell on the ground, like right in front of my dad. So anyway, we escaped the room. But he left the bathroom light on. They put us in a room across the hall from the room we were in. The whole night I could just hear this thing banging into walls because it was blinded because of that light. I have never recovered from this. So that bat gave me PTSD.
In fairness, in your family, your mom would have been the one to deal with that situation. You and your dad are both on the skittish side of the spectrum.
I'm sorry, have you ever had a bat, like a massive bat, flying in front of you in a hotel room?
No, I have not experienced that.
So, skittish.
使っていない小屋がありますので、ご自由にお使いください。
ありがとう。
それで、代わりと言ってはなんですが、
Please kill the bat flying around the
実は
rooms.
この先の街道に強力な魔物が出るようになってしまいまして、次長になっている騎士団などでは歯が立たず、行商人も来れぬようになってしまったのです。この通り冒険者もめったに訪れぬ土地、どうかその魔物を討伐してはくれませんでしょうか。
いいよ。どうせ北上するし、ついでに討伐しておくよ。それでいいよね。はい。
いいけどよ。街道を南に下れば3日もあれば北部高原から出られるんだ。こんな危険な場所で
Okay,
暮らす
I was
必要
kind
は
of
ねえんじゃ
wondering
ねえ
the same
か。
thing.
確かにここは北側諸国でも危険な土地です。ですが、私たちはここで生まれ育ったのです。この土地には家族との思い出がたくさん詰まっています。誰が故郷を捨てられましょうか。
じゃあ出発だ。
頼みました。
I was kind of thinking that. I'm like, they're requiring a first class mage to be in any party that enters that territory, and people are just living there.
Well, I'm guessing it hasn't always been this dangerous. People get very sentimental and attached to places, so I get it. But
No, I'm just saying
it's
it's
not easy.
wild that people are just living there when they won't even let regular people enter the
Not
territory.
even adventurers without a first class mage, like, just goes to show you how dangerous it is. But they're gonna slay this monster, no problem.
Easy peasy.
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say.
Just clawing through houses. It's the horse, I'm just kidding.
.これが例の魔物か。油断しないようにね。狙いが。
今までのやつとは違う。
なかなか厄介そうな相手だね。
Frieren was even surprised.
How quickly it moved.
今までのやり方が通じる相手じゃないよ。そのようですね。では。
Wow. Butterfly. Is it going to regenerate?
気づかれた。シュタルク、動きを封じて。
任せとけ。死ぬと言ったな。けどそれなら俺だって負けてないぜ。
Choke it out, baby. Fern made a protective bubble around Stark?
I wonder if they had that planned or if Frieren was hoping Fern would do that.
さすがに強かったな。
まだ北部高原の入り口だからね。この程度の強さの魔物はこれから山ほど相手にすることになるよ。
こんなのがゴロゴロいるのかよ。
ハードですね。
なあフリーレン。これならやっぱりカイロでもよかったんじゃねえか。金を払う価値はあると思う。
まさかこれほど強力な魔物がいるとはな。
死ぬかと思いました。
こんな危険な場所ならカイロで迂回すればよかったのに。
だからこそだよ。北部高原にもたくさんの人が住んでいる。
Oh my gosh, Himmel.
僕は自分の故郷を守りたくて勇者になったからね。他の誰かの故郷も守りたいんだ。
There we go.
シュタルク、
北部高原が故郷の人だってたくさんいるんだよ。
I have goosebumps.
確かにそうだな。
頑張りましょう。よし、気合い入れて進むよ。はい。今回はシュタルクの捨て身の頑張りでなんとかなったけれど、今後はパーティーとしての連携をもっと意識していかないとだね。そうですね。ところでシュタルクはどうして座ったままなの？
別に座ってるわけじゃないぜ。腰が抜けちゃった。
情けない。
仕方ないだろ。死ぬかと思ったぜ。あんなとんでもない魔法。
Himmel's the greatest.
They keep coming back to it, but it's always so good. In order to make the decisions that he makes so consistently, it has to be innate, ingrained in you. That has to be who you are at the core. You can't fake that. You know what I mean?
He's such a good person.
Yeah.
And the fact that he has made such an impression on Frieren, who
Generally
is pretty
doesn't give a whack.
cynical and apathetic.
Kind of
And
selfish.
And she's passing on those lessons. It's just... You know what else I thought was really cool? Was Stark, who has struggled so much with confidence and believing in himself, was the first one to jump forward when that monster attacked.
True.
Like, he has come such a long way.
And on top of that, I also like that. But when Frieren was like, lock it down, he knew it, like, didn't hesitate, just got it done.
He had no sense of self-worth. He was not confident. He didn't think he deserved to be a hero or, you know, a frontliner. To see that response from him in this scenario was amazing. That was a pretty intense monster, though. Definitely more intense. Like, the fight scenes are not long, but that one lasted longer than most.
I'm curious if they keep the level of difficulty of the monsters, if we were going to start to see a little bit more of this and they're going to do character development through teamwork. Like you saw in that one, Frieren asked him to lock it down, cast her spell. He would have been obliterated as well, but Fern shielded him. So there are nuances to what's happening there that is furthering the team dynamic. So I'm curious if we'll see a little more of that.
Other people's homes. It's
Not what
not
I
the
thought.
bat, not the dinosaurs.
Not the demons.
It was a good guess, though. Don't trespass in other people's homes. That's also an important lesson. I had a tear-jerker moment. I had a few goosebumpy moments. So let us know what you're thinking. What part stood out to you the most? And I don't want to hear any nonsense about my bat story because it's 100% true and the bat was at least that big. Period. So other than that, we want to hear your comments. And as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Frieren Beyond Journey's End coming next week. Bye!